Build a complete JavaScript expense tracker with real HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Let's start. This is the finished project. You can add an expense, see the total update, filter by category, delete entries, and refresh the page without losing your data. We are not staying in the console. Create a real project folder with index.html, styles.css, and app.js. The browser loads all three files together. Start with semantic HTML. A main element wraps the application. Inside it, we have a header, a summary, the form, filter buttons, and an empty list that JavaScript will populate. The form collects a description, amount, and category. Native input types and required attributes give us basic validation before JavaScript adds more specific rules. The desktop layout uses CSS grid. The summary has two equal cards, and the form gives more space to the description while keeping the amount, category, and button aligned. At smaller widths, the form becomes one column. The expense row also adapts so controls stay readable instead of shrinking until they overlap. Now move into app.js. Select each element once and store a clear reference. These references are how JavaScript reads input and updates the interface. Here is the most important mental model. A user action changes state, then render rebuilds the interface from that state. This same pattern appears in larger applications and frameworks. Load saved expenses inside. Try catch. Local storage may be empty or old data may be invalid. If parsing fails, log the problem and safely start with an empty array. Saving is the opposite operation. JSON stringify converts the expenses array into text, and local storage keeps that text under one stable key. Keep filtering in a small function. All returns the original array. Any category returns a filtered array where the category matches the active filter. The render function starts by clearing the visible list. Then it gets the current filtered expenses and creates one row for each item. Rebuilding from state keeps the page predictable. Create real DOM nodes for every row. Notice that the expense description uses text content, not inner HTML. User input is displayed as text instead of being interpreted as markup. The delete button stores the expense ID in a data attribute. Its accessible label includes the description. Finally, append the details, amount, and button into the list item. Use reduce to add every amount into one total. The count comes from the array length. The empty state is visible only when the current filtered list has no entries. Use INTL number format instead of manually adding a $sign. It consistently formats currency and decimal places, and you can change the locale or currency later. At this checkpoint, the app can load data, build safe DOM nodes, filter the list, and calculate the summary. Now, we will make it interactive. Listen for the form submit event. Prevent default stops the browser from reloading. Trim the description and parse the amount into a real number before touching state. Validation happens before the array changes. Reject an empty description, a non-finite amount, or any amount that is 0 or negative, and show a useful message. For valid input, create a complete expense object. Cryptorandom UUID gives it a unique ID. Then save, render, reset the form, and return keyboard focus to the description. Test immediately. Add 2 entries and confirm that the rows, total, and count all change together. Small tests make the next bug much easier to find. For deletion, use event delegation. One listener on the list finds the nearest button with a data ID. Filter that expense out of the array, then save and render again. Filter buttons work the same way. Read the selected category from its data attribute, update active filter, move the active class, and render the visible list again. Choose food. and verify that only food entries are visible. The total still represents all stored expenses. That choice is deliberate, and you can change it if your product needs a filtered total. If this practical project is helping, hit like so more learners can find it, and subscribe for more complete coding tutorials. When something breaks, inspect in order. First, inspect the expenses array, then the event target, then local storage. Debug the wrong value instead of randomly rewriting working code. 3 common mistakes are storing money as text, changing the page without changing state, and using inner HTML for user input. Our version avoids all 3. Accessibility is part of solid JavaScript. We use visible labels, keyboard focus styles, a live list, and descriptive delete buttons so the app communicates what changed. Step back and see the full flow. Load the initial array, render from state, and let submit, delete, and filter events update that state before rendering again. Your challenge is to rebuild the app once without copying every line. Then add one feature such as editing, a monthly budget, or CSV export and explain the data flow out loud. You now have a complete vanilla JavaScript project using forms, events, arrays, filter, reduce, DOM creation, validation, accessibility, and local storage. That is a strong foundation for larger front-end apps. Keep building. Rebuild the core once, add one feature at a time, and test after every change. That is how JavaScript becomes a skill instead of a collection of snippets.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Peace.